Woke boxing community? Really? And welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Ben. Please like and subscribe and share this video like it's nobody's business. Okay, getting into things. Wokeness this year has pretty much taken over everything. Okay, I don't know if many of you might recall about 5 or 6 months ago, I interviewed a woman. She's a YouTube influencer in the political realm. Her name is Dr. Karlin Borisenko. And she used to be in a thing called the knitting community. I didn't know such a community even existed. Okay, but wokeness infested the knitting community. We had a pretty good conversation about it. Wokeness knows no bounds. Well, recently, I guess I was watching some YouTube videos last night. I've been following T Street Controversy for a while. He's a YouTube influencer. The guy knows everything about boxing. He follows every single fight. The guy, I probably haven't heard anybody that's as knowledgeable as him about the sport. Anyways, I was going through this YouTube wormhole, and I noticed he was kind of at war with this guy that runs the Barbershop Conversations page. It's another YouTube channel, part of the LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community. Okay, it's all these YouTube influencers that love boxing. They're all woke. They're all straight up left-hard woke. Every single one of them. It's always everything you talk about is black this, black that. They really hate on Tyson Fury big time because of the color of his skin. The thing you'll hear when you click on these woke pages, these woke boxing pages, is they'll talk about complexion for protection. Okay, you hear that a lot. It's one of their phrases that they like to regurgitate. So complexion for protection. If you're white, you're somehow protected. Okay, even though basically they have free reign to be as racist as they want. And they declare themselves as basically a protected species at the same time. It's pretty sad. Everything is black, 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 white, white, white. It's divide and conquer. I went through his videos. I thought some of his stuff sounded a little bit extreme. Well, let's go through some of his stuff. He's got Louis Farrakhan on there. This guy praises Louis Farrakhan. In case you don't know who that is, he's the radical that doesn't think Israel has a right to exist. Okay, he's the anti-Semite that's got a lot in common with an old guy, named Adolf Hitler. Okay, that's the frame of mind these guys are in. Their ideology would make Democrats stand up and applause back in the 1920s, back during the Jim Crow era. Okay, that is who they're in lockstep with. Okay, these guys are in lockstep. They want segregation. They want all black everything. It's pretty disturbing. And they're infiltrating the sport of boxing to use that as a platform to regurgitate all their extremism. Fred Hawthorne is the guy that runs the Barbershop Conversations page. I don't know how many followers he's got. It seems like he's got a small page kind of like mine, but he interviews like a lot of famous people. I saw him do interviews with Bob Arum, some guys on Showtime that are commentators. I mean, so I guess Andre Ward just spanked him. He met up with Andre Ward at a press conference not long ago. And Andre Ward just verbally just destroyed his extremism. You know, Andre Ward said, look, I'm half black, half white. I love everybody. And that bothers people like this Fred Hawthorne. It bothers people like him because he's an extremist. And then he, I guess he got really offended, T Street Controversy. He called him out for being an extremist. And he took offense to it and challenged him to a boxing match in Texas. Challenged him to a boxing match. The only problem is T Street is, I guess, kind of disabled. He's got a lot of medical issues. He's in no condition to box. He can't actually box. He knows a lot about the sport, but to call him out for a boxing match, like, why would you do that? Call out somebody who doesn't box to a boxing match. Call out somebody like me. I'll box you. I'll box you any damn where. I'm not even that good. I haven't boxed in years. I'm an amateur boxing coach now. Haven't been in the ring in a long time, but I'll box a YouTuber like you any day of the week. It's weak people like that give this sport a bad name. It's race baiters like that hurts this sport. Fred Hawthorne. I don't know what else to say to you. You seem to have some serious issues with anybody that disagrees with you. Apparently, you ban people on your channel. Honestly, I started watching you for the first time last night. So I don't know about your whole history. I noticed some of the stuff you talk about with politics, you start to make sense at first. Like you start off with like a half truth. Some of the stuff you say actually makes some sense. Then you veer off into complete fiction, and you use it because you're an opportunist, as Andre Ward called you out to be. You're an opportunist, and you try to use boxing as a platform so you can spread your hate, spread your division. Here's a small sample of the video I just watched of his last night. Enjoy.
So until we want black liberation, and I think that black men are a huge part of this, and black women and their quote unquote allies. You understand what I'm saying? So, but we got to take the lead. Stop defending these white motherfuckers. All right, stop defending these white motherfuckers. I'm gonna say it one last time. Stop defending these white motherfuckers.
Now here's T Street, responding to being called out for a boxing match just because you disagree with his political views. Enjoy.
How you gonna try to fight me if we don't want to sell the fight? In fact, let me tell you something. Don't you know I can't comment on Fred's channel? I'm blocked on his channel from commenting. So this is the guy you're saying I'm afraid to fight? Yes, I do feel he is an opportunist, Fred, and that you're a race baiter, Fred. And I have the biggest issue with you than I do with Black Fight Fan. He was on the stream last night in 78 because you masquerade around his media. There is a bitterness that I admit that I have, that people like you get ahead off of sucking boxers' dicks. This race baiter guy right here tried to run for politics. This opportunist. Like, how do people like people? This is your lead. Like, this is the people y'all be listening to, and you'll be like, yeah, Fred, like you're doing the right thing. And I be thinking, like, who is listening to this guy? If you want to fight me in the ring, we got to have a press conference, right? You know, I'm really, because of the person I am, and even though it wouldn't be beneficial because I am fucking damn near disabled, you might as well say, I still want to show him I ain't no scared, because I know if he see me show up to that gym, he's going to shit his pants. This is just a fucking publicity stunt. He don't really think I'm going to show up. That's why I'm going so hard at him on YouTube.
So, Fred, I'd love for you to have me on your show sometime. I'll debate anything with you. Anything political, I say let's debate it. Let's get it on. You want to do some boxing? I'll even do that with you. I don't care. All this gaslighting, all this virtue signaling, it needs to stop, man. It needs to stop. There's no room for that in boxing. I have a separate page that I normally put boxing stuff on. I normally keep it separate from my politics. But until I ran across this LDBC crap, this Lion's Den boxing community, I decided, fuck it. I might as well just put it all on one page. Might as well put it all on one page, let it fly and see where the chips may fall. Well, anyways, that's all I got for tonight. As always, stay informed, folks.